Hey, good morning, you guys. How is everyone doing? I'm gonna give you, I know it's not a lot of people up because it's pretty early. We're gonna see who's gonna start coming in. The Black Barbie, you you always up. Hey, your choice sewing. Hey, Sunshine. Clarinetta, Dub, JJ. Y'all, what's going on this morning? I'm up because y'all know I gotta get out and work. I gotta get out and work. So I actually been up earlier than that because I was up getting ready. When I have to be out early we have to be posted up. It ain't never it is open. It ain't never closed. It was never closed, love. If you're talking about the Young Dolph's case has not closed. It's got a lot of moving parts going on. Let's see who else is in. What's up, Diane? Oh, people are off for Veterans Day. I tell you. She said drop the kids off at daycare. I thought that the school closed today. I thought daycares would be closed too. But I guess daycares don't close on holidays, I guess. Child, I need to open up me a daycare. I remember when my babies was going to daycare, the most expensive daycare was $80 a week. That was the most expensive. So we always tried to get daycares that, charge like $45, $50 a week. That was still a lot. Also, the schools are not closed in Ohio. What's up, Holiday Tracks? I was thinking about you. I was like, I haven't seen him in the chat. Okay, the schools are open. They don't get this holiday. Oh, okay. So the schools are open. I know the teachers hate it. I know the parents glad if they get the day off and the kids have to go to school. That's a blessing. I used to be so happy when my kids had to go to school on my off days. I was like, Lord, thank you. Anyways, you guys, I wanted to talk about the Young Dolph's case. Got so many moving parts. Envy and the lust of money is a dangerous thing. And I get to thinking about, what's going on here. And I think that the cycle, everything closed out at the same time. Like these folks doing so much have gotten involved in crimes because what a lot of people don't know is a lot of these YouTubers, hey, people come from a different walks of life. They'll do anything for money. I mean, they don't really have anything going on for them. They've been scammers their whole life or in and out of trouble, right? And so if they get to buying bots and it looks like that they, got something going, they start incorporating themselves or trying to get in the lane of some of these celebrities so that these celebrities can pay them to put out misinformation, right? And so a lot of them have crossed the line of committing federal crimes. And so I had, but their day is not long. Trust me when I tell you, that's really the low hanging fruit. And why some of these YouTubers will get themselves caught up out. Hey, I understand people want money, but the lust of money is a very dangerous thing, right? Because the feds is definitely looking at YouTube, has been, and especially as it surrounds the Young Dolph's case. Of course, I think I told you all have been able to witness, and we got it on tape, also, which I have reports on file, and now the FBI is involved as it relates to a lot of stuff that has been happening on YouTube because some of these people work with certain entertainers. And the sad thing about it, as it relates to these entertained at working with these entertainers can't do anything for them. And don't want and not going to want any type of affiliation or association with them when they go to jail, right? Um, these entertainers, a lot of these rappers, they commit crimes like what happened to young Dolph. And you have so many people that have gotten themselves involved in this foolishness, right? Um, I think some people feel like this is my opportunity. It's one thing to vlog. If you got what it takes to command attention and to vlog and you can make some money off of it, that's a good thing. But when you start violating people, when you start taking money up under the table to violate people, and when you start dealing with some of these rappers who want to cover up, they don't want out. See, they so dumb. They gotta be dumb to do what they did to young Dolph, right? You got to be a dumb motherfucker to do what they did. And I'm talking about, I ain't just talking about straight drop. I'm talking about the people at the top that participated in this thing, okay? But to sit up and think that you can get a vlogger, and a lot of these vloggers come straight up out the damn sewer. You know the ones that came from the sewer. You know what you see what they do, okay? And um, but to think that you could get a vlogger to um to cover up what you do is just really crazy. Okay. To think that you can get a vlogger to do that. And so I think a lot of people think this is my claim to fame. I'm going to use YouTube. YouTube is gonna make me a star. YouTube is making these Negroes inmates. And they're gonna be gone for the long road. Okay. Y'all think I'm playing, but you just keep watching, okay? Because these folks doing some foul stuff for some change that they think people don't know that they're getting, right? What they're doing is extremely dangerous. If you're gonna tell your lies and go on with your life. If you're gonna take some money from some of these celebrities or some of these damn fool rappers, take it and leave other people alone. Okay, it only becomes a crime when you start violating and you start participating in stuff that you know that could be a threat to somebody else's life. Okay, and so I get to thinking about young Dolph. It's so unfortunate because he didn't stand a chance. He didn't. I think about the mentality, and it's so hurtful because I have a love for the city that I grew up in. Yeah, shout out to the veterans. Shout out to rest in peace to my dad. He's a veteran also. Um, he didn't stand a chance, and it's really hurtful. That's a young man that, and I'm not saying that young Dolph is innocent. We all have our flaws, right? But one thing that we saw was that he was about his money. And it's a darn shame that I feel like that it was just so many people that was just envious of him. They wanted him gone. And I'm not talking about his artist. His artist didn't have a damn thing to do with his demise. Okay. If anything, it added to the hate to see that not only had he made himself a millionaire, but he was making other young millionaires who, as he said, was having their way as far as getting money because he was teaching them how to do it more than a lot of people that have been in the game. And you know, my favorite saying is, in order to do what I do, you motherfuckers got to do what I do. Just like I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm on here almost at 6 o'clock because I got to get out and go work. The same thing with a lot of y'all, the same thing with young Dolph. People become so envious because they're garbage. Okay. It's just straight out the trash can. All right. and they become envious. And what they do is they start trying to affect how people love you, right? Because they're envious of you. They start trying to throw stuff out there to make people feel a certain way about you. Same way they did with young Dolph. And when that don't work, when they can't stop the love, they can't stop the success because the gifts come from God. You bitches ain't God, right? When they can't do that, then what they start trying to do is we just gonna kill them. And it's so sad that a lot of old ass niggas. I ain't never in my life seen such pathetic men. Like a age of, because I didn't grow up around that. I grew up around a man's. They were a man's man. They were real men. They didn't participate in cattiness. They was about their money, and they knew how to blaze their own trails, and they stayed in their own lane and got money. Okay. But it's a darn shame with young Dolph. It was so many people that was watching him that was envious of him. It's bothersome to me when I live in a city that I love so much, but you start to hear people say, "Well, people knew that they was going that they was going to do it. We this and that." You could be so envious. You ain't got the guts to do it, but you could be so envious that you want to sit back and encourage and watch somebody take down a man simply because he was successful. Because let me tell you something, you niggas ain't that dumb where you could sit up and say, well, young Dolph was talking. Hey, I'd be mad at anybody too. Okay. That was hidden at me. That was hidden at me. So they was shooting at him. They was doing things in the background. Okay. They was doing stuff in the background to try and take this man down, trying to block him. And so he was putting it in his music. Okay, if you're gonna try to block me, all right, I'm gonna put it in my music. That's what I'm gonna do. And then that's gonna bring attention. He used it in that way. You try to block me, I'm gonna make it public and I'm gonna make money off of it. That was a strategist. He did the right damn thing. Okay. And so they got mad because they couldn't take him down. But it's a darn shame, y'all, that envy and the lust for money is doing what it is doing in our community. And it's so sad because I know at some point he had to have had a feeling that they weren't gonna stop until they got him. They was letting him know. That's why I can't understand why you motherfucking sewer ass bloggers think you can get on here, take your money to tell your lies, you fuck niggas. But the moment you start messing with somebody else, well, they gonna believe us, bitch. Don't nobody believe you. The FBI is watching you. So you let the lust for money get you involved in something. You ain't get ready to be no star. A lot of you ain't even got the character to be a star. A lot of you ain't even got the character. Okay? It's a darn shame that people don't know how to go and listen. If I see something somebody else got, if I want it, I'll go get it. If it's for me, I'm gonna get it. Because I always say I don't want nothing that ain't for me. People want what they see other people having instead of trying to figure out what it is that they were put here on this earth for. Their eyes, that green-eyed monster, start jumping, and now people don't have any emotional discipline. That nigga got that. We gonna kill him. Or they say they gonna kill Dolph. That's my nigga, but he cool. I be seeing him, but he got too flashy with all them cars. I was talking to somebody, and it was saying, when Dolph first was killed, the person was saying to me, he was coming all over in his hood and stuff with them cars. How you gonna be driving around your hood, coming back in your hood with them cars? I said, what you mean? How he gonna be driving around in his hood with in them cars and them people want them people to look at all them expensive cars? That's just like throwing it in their face. I said those were his motherfucking cars. Was he supposed to ride in a Pinto to make them accept him? What they should have been doing was looking at him and saying, "What can I do to get some of that?" Young Dolph, let me holler at you. I'm a crackhead, but can you help me? I mean, I'm willing to. I need to be sent to a rehab or something. I want to make some money. Can I wash your cars? Can you give me some secrets? If you let me wash your cars or something, I could save some money. And if I could save some money, then maybe I can go flip a house or something. Okay, I told into his ass, what you mean he riding around in front of them folks? I knew if he had that mentality, then a whole lot of other people had that mentality too. What you mean? He's trying to make them look bad. How in the hell that then if you want what he got, get out and work and get it. Okay. And so I think that it's a shame that envy and jealousy. It's envy and jealousy because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not an envious person. I'm not a jealous person. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm too crazy to be scary. Okay. I am. I don't look for no smoke. But I already told y'all, if you mess with me, I'm going to the FBI on you, and I don't stop until I get some results. And I'm going to the police on you. I think it's just too many people that don't have any discipline about what they do for some money and stuff. And they breaking laws. They breaking federal laws on here. And so I wish that young Dolph would have, I know, it's a street thing. I wish that young Dolph would have shown up at some of their when they was constantly shooting at him. He should have been I wish he had did one or two things. Protect himself, okay, or went and put it on paper. That's why I tell people put everything on paper. Put everything on paper because it's not normal for people to consistently want to violate you. And it ain't even a normal thing for out of the blue folks want to, just do something to you. They kind of zone in on you. And you have to think about now, because I see what happens on here. See, I ain't been around. A lot of these folks on here, I've never seen that type in my life. But at the same time, I grew up in the projects, but I don't remember folks being and come from growing up in Clementine. We didn't have nothing. But I don't remember seeing people that's just morally bankrupt. Okay, at least if you was poor, even if you was doing some dirt, you had some type of morals. These bitches on here would do anything for $1. That's why you have to report their asses to the FBI. Bitch, you're gonna go to jail. You're gonna go do some fed time. Okay, if I can help it. And so sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to lay folks down. A lot of times they need to be laid down. They really need to be dead. But if you can't lay them down, you put them on paper when they have a consistent pattern of trying to violate you, so that you can lay them down permanently. And but see, they be the cowards. They send everybody else out. If you can't lay them down permanently, then you can lay them down behind that wall for a long time. Okay, strip them of everything. Send them bitches back to poverty. Okay, and so it's a dangerous thing. Y'all get it the right way. Get it the right way. Because it ain't gonna work out when you think you're gonna be getting money for breaking laws. Okay. It just ain't gonna work out for you. Especially if it's violating other people. I know people gotten away with it so long they think that nothing is gonna happen to them. Okay. Don't let people send you out. These people let folks send them out, and I notice what they do is they get real mentally ill type people around them, right? They get people that are mentally ill. And they start putting stuff in their head when they're weak-minded. And they'll have you going at folks that don't know you, ain't did nothing to you. Nothing. Okay. Then you have people that will take money. Somebody can pay them to take money to violate you or mess with you. You go ahead on and work with the FBI on them, period. Okay, because the people like that have to be stopped. But it's a darn shame what people will do for money. And they wonder why every time they turn around, things are happening to them. Okay. Every time they turn around, things are happening to them. But they go in, they get people that are mentally unstable so that they can start sending them out. Okay. I think about the last person that now the guy that I had sent to jail because he was harassing me. It took him a while, but they kept watching and he ended up going to jail. But the young lady, for the life of me, I can't understand why that young lady was doing what she was doing. I found out later that it was a vlogger that was sending her out. And before that vlogger had sent her out, I mean, because she had a lot of vitriol and conviction in what she was doing. Y'all, she had a lot of vitriol. I ignored her for a long time. And then I got to a point where I just couldn't ignore it anymore. Before that same vlogger was working on another young lady who later told me it's all documented. I'm telling y'all what these people will do when it's envy and jealousy or somebody is paying them. She told me, she said, she has started reaching out to me on Facebook. It was like short talking. I was like, wow, okay. She found my Facebook. She was sending me messages. I'm a pleasant person. So I started communicating back with her, on Facebook. And she finally got up the nerve to say to me what that blogger was trying to put her up to do to me. And I started thinking about it. I was like, dog, I was like, why would a vlogger want to have somebody to kill me? And I started thinking about it. And then the young lady reached out to me again and says, I don't, have you filed a report on him? I'm willing to go on record. He asked me to kill you and was telling me how to do it. The person went on to tell me, he says, find out when she go and get her nails done. And she, that's when I was posting, every time I went and got my nails and toes done, I was going over to the Dillards. This is on my father's grave. Okay. I was going over to the Dillards. And he told her, find out what Dillards find out where she go to get her toes, when she go get her toes done. And then that's where you could get her. You got to give her a headshot. And that's the reason why I send that shit right back. When he was lying to her, saying that I was doing this, and that. But see, she was highly intelligent. Regardless to what issues she had, she was intelligent. And she broke down. She said, Miss Tamara, I'm so sorry. And she went on to tell me some more stuff. Okay. That's on file. That's on record. FBI got it. Police department got it. That's how I know what these vloggers do for money. That's why when a vlogger starts messing with me, because I don't mess with nobody on here, I already know who got them doing it. She a hoe. These vloggers don't know nobody I ever slept with. I already know where that came from, because when that girl wouldn't do it, he had the other girl that I had to have sent to jail to start doing it. And God up in heavens knows, we went back and started looking at every message that girl sent me. She started out nice. And then all of a sudden it went left, because I could tell that there's some mental issues there. That same blogger started putting vitriol and venom. But see, it was another vlogger, I believe, in Dallas, that was also in that young lady's head, because he thought that I wanted to, they hacks. He thought that I wanted to get an interview with Gene Deal. Now I see that he deals with Gene Deal now too. Okay, we watched that. We kind of putting two and two together with this stuff. This is what these people on here do. And so, anyways, that's the reason why I sent it back. You let somebody send you out to come to me, you're going to get a headshot. It's documented. You're going to get a motherfucking headshot. So the police said, listen, we got to watch this. And when they started watching it, I remember one of the investigators saying to me, we got a problem here. We got another problem. It seems to me not only are they trying to do something to you, they trying to set some more people up. They trying to get some folks to go up into them folks' business and kill them. That's a problem. We got to watch that. That's a problem. And so when I get on here and I get to talking about, and because a lot of these people that's got these jobs where they have broken federal laws, they're going to lose their jobs. It's coming. And that motherfucker ain't got shit to lose, okay? The majority of the people that is orchestrating when they sending people out, they ain't even got nothing. And so one day, the day that my dad passed away, I'll never forget, February 24th, I'm sorry. February 24th of 2023. I had just walked into my house and I'm trying to digest, is my daddy dead? I went back and forth with myself because it was so surreal. I look up, I see somebody in all red jogging suit, red shoes, red cap on my fucking camera. So, I don't, anytime a man is wearing all red, he's got to be affiliated with some gang. Okay. But I didn't think it, because I was like, dog, I don't know who that is. Because I'm looking at my camera and I was like, dog, I'm thinking the word had really just got around that my dad had died. And I was like, people already coming to my door. I don't want no company. I don't want no company. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to. So I didn't open the door for him. So I kept looking at the camera. I mean, he had his hand behind, he had his hand folded in front of him. He was just standing there. He wasn't a tall guy. So I was like, I'm not gonna open my door. He kept knocking. And then before he turned his head as if he was looking at something, and before he walked away, he hit it one more time, boom, 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 and walked on away. I looked out the window. I was like, dog, I don't see no cars or nothing. I started finding out about this. I ran that back. I ran that video back. I took it to the police department. They did, like, they can get hits. Okay, they still got the video. They took a screenshot of the picture and they started running it in their database. They got hits, but they was like, these are just hits. On people in the database that looks similar, right, to him. And I got to thinking about that thing recently. I think they need to see, because they can work with Atlanta and Texas. I bet you if they put it in those two databases, they probably will come up with some hits. Okay, a direct hit. But I get to thinking about all this stuff, right? And I think it's a darn shame what people are willing to do for money. Let me tell you, motherfuckers, something. I want you bitches to know something right now. Bitch, you gonna die if you ever in your life come back to my shit. And I was just tipped off on that some people think that they got some of my information recently. I took that to the FBI. Okay. I've been working with the FBI on that. Some people went and opened up a bank account as of recently in Illinois, at a bank that is only in Illinois. Okay. When I ran my information, it came up. It came up. So that's being looked into. That's federal. Um, but let me tell you, motherfucker, something. I ain't never scared. I was told that my mama's and them information was compromised. My mama is a minister, but she keep that weapon right next to her. My motherfucking kids, I made sure that I got them weapons. They don't play. My sister, her husband, none of them. You motherfuckers gonna die for some crumbs. But the issue is the root of the problem, okay? A lot of the people that's on here that enables that. See, I don't nobody has anything on me. I ain't never had to ask nobody for no information. I ain't never had to hack. I ain't never had to do none of that because I can go in. If I wanted to, I can get any information that I want to get. Okay, I can get any information that I want to get, but I understand the laws, right? But I think that it's a darn shame what people will do for some money. This young Dolph's case has brought out so many vampires that it is ridiculous. People feel like this is my opportunity to come up. This is my opportunity. So when folks come into my chat and sometimes they see me snapping off, they say something, I go, wait a minute, what? And I've had to catch myself on that because I go, I ain't never seen that person. What you mean by that? I go on the offense. And then I have to calm myself down. I have to go, well, wait a minute. Maybe that's a person that just found my channel. Maybe they don't mean no harm or anything like that. Because I keep my guards up. Because I understand what folks are doing for a dime. They ain't even, I mean, it ain't what the money that I hear that some of these people are getting to commit the crimes that they committing. It ain't even enough to pay their rent. You committing federal crimes and it ain't even enough to pay your rent. Okay. It sure ain't enough to pay for no lawyer. Okay, and federal lawyers cost money. But the Young Dolph's case have so many moving parts. Okay. Because so many people was envious of him. So many people was envious of him. And I know he was famous at you constantly got people coming at you. All because you decided that you wanted to be successful and was able to be successful. And was able to be successful. And so now you got people coming at you. I think about how people were so mad because I was I was getting information. And I told him, I said, well, damn, you motherfuckers ought to know if I know something, it's because my source ain't no street source. I worked for the department for 18 years. So if I know something, it's gonna come from the inside, which means the police already know. A lot of the vloggers was jealous, but a lot of the damn fools on the street that was involved in this, they so mentally retarded. They didn't realize, well, I mean, how can she be a threat? Hell, does she know? And she know she worked for the police department. That means the police already know. So how the fuck am I a threat? You pissy ass fuck niggas. If you don't want to do the time, don't go do the crime. But people are so emotionally unstable. They want to take people out because they're great. If I can't beat them, I'm going to kill them. I just never, I never in my life. And I was around, I grew up in South Memphis. So I got cousins that are hardcore that's still in the street. And they didn't carry themselves like that. They just didn't, it made them feel like they was less than a man to be trying to bully women, trying to intimidate a woman. They sure want to get ready to go talk about, yeah, I'll go take a hit and take a woman out. They didn't get involved in anything as it relates to anything catty because they were real men. I got a cousin right now that owns a very successful club in Memphis. And it's something because I was looking at some pictures that one of my other cousins, she be promoting it on Facebook. And I was looking at, I was like, dog, look at all the people that come through his club. I was looking at Rich Lloyd's brother, but they real good friends. I was like, wow, Freddie B, he was on a picture with him. I was like, dog, he never let people take pictures of him. Those be the real hardcore dudes. No, don't take no pictures of me. They're like a daddy-o type of guy, of dudes. They get real money though. And trying to go against a woman is really just out of the question. Nigga, is you crazy? We don't get involved in no women stuff. No, we ain't messing with no woman like that. Stuff like that don't even come before them. That's why I know a lot of these men that be messing with women, they're a bunch of sissies. Okay? So it's sad, and I don't even have the type of success that young Dolph had. Can you imagine? He kept going. He was a Leo like myself. He kept going. He didn't back down. Why should he have had to back down? Okay. It was don't be successful or die. Now you got a lot of people that's wanting to capitalize off of, because listen, I don't get no money. This YouTube don't pay me nothing. Okay, it don't pay me anything. I know a lot of people say that, folks don't look at TV. I do video work, and I got a TV network, and it pays me money. Okay, because it's still people, the type of clients that I have on TV, they with around the Mid-South area, they need the citizens, which would be the older citizens that don't really mess with the internet. They get on, they look at TV. They need my services to keep their stuff on TV, to produce their stuff and put it on TV so that they can target the audience, the age group that they're trying to target. And it really ain't the young people. Okay. I get advertisers that pay me, right, to put their commercials. And I think I'm going to start adding them in here. But I think it's so crazy. And the reason I haven't is because I had heard about how people were. I want to make sure. I want to wait until they've gotten these people on YouTube under control, and that's usually that meaning until at least they've been arrested. because it's people that's got so many folks that are just thirsty for some attention that you start putting it, they thirsty for attention. Okay. And so I think it's sad. I do. I think it's like I said, I think it's sad what goes on here. And so you you see how when you see what goes on here, you see how, you know, if people would do something for numbers. Can you imagine if they get jealous and they'll try and have somebody set up or compromised or try and defame their character for some numbers and you make a penny per thousand view on YouTube, and you got people committing federal crimes for that. If you'll commit a federal crime for a penny per thousand view, you will do anything. You will go and eat your dog's shit for some money. You will let them watch you eat shit for some money. It ain't nothing you won't do. And so I think about with the young Dolphs. Young Dolph was surrounded by people that was envious. And I'm not saying in his inner circle. I'm saying people that was just watching him, because the person that said that to me, I had to ask him, what you mean? What do you mean? That he was riding around in his cars and stuff. And in his old neighborhood, making people look at him in his nice cars. What the hell you mean? So in order for him to even have said that, that means he has some envy. It means he has some envy. And to start hearing people to start doing interviews saying, yeah, we had heard. I was listening to a guy one day, I cannot remember his name. Is when I first started blogging on this, and he was feeling bad. I could tell that he was feeling bad. And he says that he had seen young Dolph, and he said, him and young Dolph had a falling out at one point. And he says, I get to thinking about it now. I just wish when I saw him, I had told him, listen, dog, y'all need to get out of them cars. If you knew, if you had heard that this was going to happen, why didn't more people say something? And I'm not saying that everybody wanted it to happen. Why didn't more people try to put it into the atmosphere? And I think it's just simply because some people are just so jealous hearted. Even though they won't take you out, it does their heart good to see somebody else take you out. It has not stopped what his legacy, but as long as they don't have to see young Dolph enjoying the fruits of his labor, it does a lot of people's hearts good. And it's the same way with other stuff. Just like a lot of those people was thinking and feeling as it relates to young Dolph because of their jealousy and envy. It don't just stop there. It's people all over everywhere that has that same type of heart and mentality. Okay. It ain't nowhere in the world, me as a person, but I'm different, that I could hear somebody or know that unaliving has been plotted against somebody, and I not say or do nothing. I not say nothing, especially if I know the person. even if I'm cordial with the person. It ain't nowhere in the world. First of all, for me, hey, I'm going to take it to the police and let the police go tell the person. Look, I know about unaliving that is being applied, but see, I'm different because I believes in getting the law involved and stuff. He was riding around blessing folks. And here's the thing. When people are jealous and envious, I don't care how much you give them, it ain't gonna never be enough. You can give him $100. That nigga only gave me $100. He know he got millions of dollars. He could have handed me 1,000. He could have gave us 5 G's. I knew him when he ain't had nothing. People feel like you're supposed to always just be handing them something just because they want it. Just because they want it. It was this guy that was talking about one time. He was sitting over there with my cousins. And he was sitting up talking about, I told young Dolph used to let somebody do his art. That's why I know jealousy is deadly as the grave. The Bible is right on that. And he said, he was telling the guy, Dolph should have messed with you more than he messed with you. I said, he didn't pay him? Yeah, he paid him. But when he really started going up, he got somebody else to start doing his art. I told him he should have been still messing with him. Maybe he got somebody else. He started making more money. He could pay for more professional artwork. Instead of telling the dude, step your game up so that he can continuously mess with you. People are so jealous hearted, they start putting stuff in people's head as if somebody did them wrong when he paid the guy for his work. He started making more money. He started getting somebody else to do his artwork because you were able to pay for more professional shit. That's why I say, y'all, it's something that's got to give in our community. I don't, and listen, when people violate, I be wanting to see them go to jail. I be wanting to see them go to jail. Because that's where they need to be at. It don't make no sense to be messing with people. Listen, I don't bother nobody on here. I don't bother nobody on here. But y'all see how people have consistently attacked me? Just out of nowhere, attack me. Okay? How people are willing to take money to defame my character. That's why we put something in place when they do. Some of these folks, YouTube is all they got. And it's sad when you have to spend money to start having folks' pages taken. If this page taken today, I'm going to eat. Some of these folks, if their page is taken, they ain't going to eat. But at the core of it, because nobody could ever pay me to violate nobody else. Nobody could ever pay me to. So we already know that number one, it's a character issue. And at the core of it is some jealousy going on. I don't like her. How can you like somebody that ain't never did nothing to you? You don't even know and don't fool with you. So when people say, do you have enemies on here? I said, no, I ain't got no damn enemies. I don't know these folks for them to be my enemy. But when they present themselves as one, I look at them as a threat because they ain't got no business having me as their damn enemy. I don't care what kind of lie they tell because they don't know me. So that means it's a mental illness, and jealousy can be looked at as a damn mental illness. How you gonna have a problem with somebody that ain't even bothered with you? It's something wrong right there. I wonder who if that was a nonprofit organization that Moneybagg Yo was standing out there with, because I'm willing to bet he didn't buy the food. They went over there to the food bank and got the food, and he probably had those girls to cook it or something like that, or maybe he had somebody from his the so-called restaurant to give it out. I don't know, to sponsor the food. I don't know, but I find it weird the money bag went out there and was giving call himself was giving back on the day that he was supposed to have a concert. So that seemed like it was more of a promotion to me, right? Because it's people. It ain't nothing to give back consistently. I'm sure if that's really his restaurant and not he's not the face of it, I'm sure they throw out more food. They could probably feed a whole lot of people in Memphis with the food that they throw out. If that's and it wouldn't be nothing for him to tell his workers, take this food and go give it out to the homeless. I mean, that's if it's just a restaurant and he's not the face of it. Listen, and I know people say, she hate Moneybagg too. Look, Moneybagg, I don't hate Moneybagg. I think Moneybagg is talented, but Moneybagg them ain't right. Moneybagg and them are not right. Moneybagg and them have helped to create a horrible atmosphere. They use their money to create a horrible atmosphere in these impoverished areas that they brought themselves up out of. Okay. So when people say, well, they ain't got to give nothing back. Well, yeah, they do. These people have a responsibility to the people that has helped to make them millionaires. If your city was messing with you before you got signed, you have to be kind of popular around your area before you get signed. Why don't you mess with them the right way? I thought Moneybagg called himself, had partnered with the county or something on a reading program or something like that. We ain't heard nothing else about that. That was a bunch of crap. Okay. Um, he's just saying like he was doing it before. That's some BS because they want to make it look like Dolph wasn't the only one. Nah, Dolph family still giving turkeys and school supplies. Right. So this is she says hollering T. They all do, but they could never. So I understand people don't like. That's why when the young man was coming into my chat, I haven't seen him lately. He say he was Govan's brother. That's what he said. Hey, if he say he was Govan's brother, then I guess we ain't got. I don't know because I don't know who go. I don't know how Govan brothers sound or look or anything like that. So, that's why when people were sending me emails and stuff about that, I was like, well, I mean, the guy has not been disrespectful. I mean, I reciprocate the same energy that people give me. Okay. As a matter of fact, hell, he's been more look, y'all, that's my phone letting me know. That's my phone letting me know that you ain't got long to get out of here. That was my phone letting me know that you ain't got long to get out of here. I didn't know that y'all could hear it though. On the Black Barber says, right, I get, but I said that, I reciprocate the energy um that people give out to me, and I can feel when folks are not right. Right. And that man came into my chat. That man ain't did nothing to me. Not one time was he disrespectful. If he comes in and I'm talking about another topic, he joins right in on the topic. Not one time did I feel a threat. I don't feel like he came in to be a threat. None of that. I feel like, my topics of talking about his brother brought him to me, but I don't think he came in to intimidate me. I don't think that man was on that. And that ain't me being naive. I just don't. That's not, I can feel when people's energies are not right. I know when it's not. I watch people very carefully and listen to what they say. Hell, that I don't think that man was on that. I don't. Okay. Some of these damn YouTubers what was is more uncivilized and disrespectful than that man was, because he wasn't disrespectful at all. Regardless to what we feel, I mean, I anybody would come into. I've had other people to come into my chat to defend whom some of their people, that that I talked about, and they were disrespectful with it, and that's the reason why when they disrespectful with it, I really go in. Emerald says that ain't no counts. She said, y'all, I didn't know y'all could hear it. I mean, the music goes when I gotta get up and go out on a case. Because I've been up. I keep the music going for a long time, but I'm already ready. So I can, I won't let it, I let it play for so long because I used to have it bad about going back to sleep. But I think my metabolism, because I've been getting up real good. Ain't really had no problems because as it get cold, I be real lazy, and I ain't really been lazy like that. Diane says the picture of him giving out food even gave out bad energy to me. It's almost like it was forced. Yeah, he didn't want to be out there with them people. I mean, that's how it looked to me. It was more of a promo thing. But hey, Moneybagg people are vicious now. When they come into when I was talking about Moneybagg, y'all notice, like, I talk about the young dog situation, but I've been trying to get into talking about other things also. Okay, because we know at some point, well, I mean, it ain't no time soon, but it's always good to talk about other stuff too. But when I would talk about Moneybags people would leave comments, okay, and they would leave comments threatening. They would try to threaten you. They would try and threaten you. And I could tell by the way that the comments, either it was a damn transgender that was leaving them, or a woman, okay, or a sissy, a damn emotional sissy. That's what it was. And which it didn't matter to me, because what I would do was I would cuss them out, leave the post up, my response up for an hour, so they could get the notification and read it. Because I be wanting folks to read it, what I say, when they come at me, and then I would block them. But now I just block folks. I ain't got the time to be arguing back and forth with no damn avatar or pictures. You know what I mean? Because when you start arguing with people on here, it ain't really real. It could be anybody. I mean, these are avatars and pictures, and people that make fake names and pages and stuff so that they could harass you ought to be at the damn crazy house. You mentally ill when you do stuff like that. Okay. But Young Dolph's case got a lot of moving parts. It do. It's got a lot of moving parts. And they've been investigating this case now for 3 years. They've been investigating the case for 3 years. Can you imagine what all they got? So for people to still be doing crazy stuff, I mean, hey, it's weird to me. And Rose is dying. I'm serious. He was even serving and whatever he got to do, whatever he had to do. He was nervous and all. And I seen some people that was surrounding him with heavy weapons. Lord have mercy. Then if he was out there giving out food, I mean, if he was scared like that, he had to have people that had all their weapons and stuff out. He shouldn't have even had his ass out there. But he was out there for a promo shoot, because if you feed in the community, you don't need for kids and stuff to be seeing your people that got all their weapons and stuff out. He should have took his ass on. If you really feeding the community, if it's coming from you, just had them girls out there that was happy to be out there feeding the community. Let me see something. I want to see something. Hold on. Let's see something. Y'all, what was that those they had on those shirts? Do y'all know what that was? What was that logo on those shirts? I'm trying to read that. Because it seemed like to me that might have been a nonprofit organization that had gotten him there to do that. That's what it looks like to me. That's why I'm trying to read. What was it? What was that on those shirts? Hey, joke free. Um, I'm just trying to see if that was a nonprofit organization that was in those blue shirts. Because it was probably them. That's what they do, feed the community. More than likely, if those weren't his people, and it seemed like to me they weren't. Okay. So, and they just had him out there, and they probably paid him. Yeah, I'm doing military time lives because I've been up early. I've been getting up real early because I've been having to get out early. And then on the days I don't have to get out early, I'm used to getting up early at this point. Yep. But you guys, the young Dolph case, like I was saying, got so many moving parts. And envy and the lust for money is a dangerous thing. And it's sad when people are willing to compromise people's safety, to compromise people's lives, a life, just for some money. I don't understand how folks ever think that they could ever come up off of somebody else. It never works out. It never does. And so, like I said, YouTube is here and people make money off of YouTube, whether they lying or not. But when they're talking about these cases and stuff, it's best for people to tell their lies. But see, here's the thing: folks don't want people around that tell the truth. Okay, especially if they're going to talk about something in Memphis, and YouTube don't pay me nothing, so I can't be I can't be compromised. Meaning, can't nobody pay me to put out a narrative. They already know they can't do it. I remember when people used to send me emails. They even had some people calling me. Um, and trying to give me the wrong information, because a lot of people eat up bad information because they don't know, they just want the views, but they would try to give me bad information. You can't give me no. And it frustrated them that they wanted to corner the market. Okay, this is what I believe. And in order to do that in this young Dolph's case, especially if you don't know nothing, you want to be able to put out your lies and then everybody come and look at you as the source. And then you got somebody else putting out information and going against the grain. You got your people calling. I ain't biting on that. Why the fuck would I ever believe just a regular blowjo when I know people that work at the police department? Why would I do? Why would I? And so that's always what I stood on. When they wanted to have me to put out bad information, I already knew it was a damn lie. Why would I put out a lie for some views and YouTube don't pay my bills? That's so true, Lorenzo. That's so true. And it's so unfortunate that it happens it seems like to me it happens mainly in our community. It's so sad. Like I said, it's so sad. And then they be hollering about, the feds just want to take down black people. These people committing federal crimes. They are committing federal crimes, breaking laws. And then they have the nerve to say that the police and the federal government is just wanting to pick on a black person. So, hey. It's sad. It is. It's sad that people are taking folks out because of their success. A lot of these rappers that have lost their lives, I'm not saying that these rappers were innocent. That's true, Marcus. I'm not saying that these rappers are innocent. I'm saying that I'm talking about a lot of the rappers that have been killed. I'm saying that it seems like when some of these rappers started going up, when they started getting some traction, that's when whoever they already had the ops, they already had the opposition. It seems like that's when they really became a target. Whoever their opposition was, if they was into it with somebody, they kicked it up two, 3 times more. It was almost like it was imminent. They gotta go. Now we've been enemies all this time. Now all of a sudden I'm pulling away from, I'm getting into making money on rap and start doing something else. I start going up. Now, then we start reading about the person in the news, we start hearing about them on the news. Been enemies forever, but when they start making money and going up, they really become a target. Because people just can't stand if people put the energy into what they got going on or trying to create something for themselves that they put into, hey, no other folks, they sure would be billionaires. I'm telling you, if they took that lust for hate and jealousy that they have inside of them for other people because of they have a determination to be successful. A lot of folks ain't even successful yet. Folks hating on their determination to be successful. I ain't talking about you motherfuckers that's doing anything for money. Not you, bitch, that's stepping all on folks. Y'all, your kind excluded. I'm talking about people that's really got a talent and working hard and doing it the right way, making the connections. Got the talent, working hard to try to come up. They ain't even successful yet, and you got people that's jealous of their determination. That nigga determined. He trying to rub elbows with some of the people since we rub elbows with. We gotta take that nigga out. If you ain't got no traction, they laugh at you. I ain't nobody looking at that nigga. He ain't got nothing. He broke. You see his shoes. We ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't got nothing going. The moment people start saying, I like little dude. I look at his, channel. I like what he got going on. All of a sudden, people are okay. Well, such and such and such and such. Now, all of a sudden, you are a target. All of a sudden, you are a target. And it ain't got nothing to do with, they was just beefing. They've been beefing for 20 years now. It had everything to do with why you wait until the boy started trying to change his life. He started getting into his own lane. People started knowing who he or she was. Now all of a sudden you want to bring up that beef and kick it up a notch. He got to die. Or you want to defame his character when he was just a nobody to you. You didn't even have nothing to say. You didn't even want to acknowledge him. Really? I had not heard that about Diddy and his mama. Lord Jesus. Ooh, child. I hope that's not true about Diddy and his mama. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's sick. So it's sad when it's a crime for you to be great. If they gonna be great, if she talk about the young Dolph case, it don't leave. Ain't nobody gonna listen to me. I'm telling you, motherfuckers. Okay, I'm telling you. I talks about the young Dolph's case because I want to. If you bitches had left me alone, I probably would have been on to something else. But I want you to know you can't intimidate me. I have then some of the people coming to the chat. Well, if they doing all that, why don't you just get off of YouTube? You think I'm gonna let somebody run me off of YouTube? That don't even make sense. That's the mindset of people. That's how I know a lot of people jealous, hearted, and twisted. Instead of saying, no, we got to do something about this. We can't have folks violating other people because for whatever reasons. We can't accept no type of violations. We're gonna stand behind anybody that's violated. Instead, people, because I mean, it comes out of their jealousy. Well, then, why don't you just leave and let them have it? Hell no, bitch. See, that's why I'm a loner. That's why I'm a loner, because I just don't like half-ass people. I don't. I just don't like half-ass people. That's why I'm a loner. I don't know a lot of people that know how to stand up for stuff. Hey, yeah, we pick it. We have to pick and choose our battles. But I don't. Even if I decide I'm not gonna get into something, I've never backed down on or on when I don't stand for something. If I don't like somebody and they go, well, we could do this, this, and that. No, I don't want to. That's doing the same thing to them that they doing to me. I don't want to know nothing about them folks' kids. No, I don't. I ain't. Hey, I have boundaries. I ain't get ready to do that. None of that, anyways. I'm taking them to the police. That's what I'm gonna do. People don't have boundaries. And that's why when they don't have boundaries, when they know it's a lot of things. It's some people that's so demonic. I can't even their energy. I can't. I don't want to dance with their energy or nothing. They'll get on here and they'll say anything. They'll get on here and do anything, and they'll say anything, especially for $1. I just don't have a basement or a first floor mentality. I told y'all that. So some people will go all the way down to the basement because they're pigs. All they do is waddle and slop. It's some areas that people, because of their energy, they go, all right, listen, you can have it. I can't waddle. I can't go down that far. You can't let people take your elevator all the way down to the basement, because some people don't know how to come back up. That's going in territories that you ain't used to. You have to be careful about letting people take you there. When folks say I'm on whatever energy they on, no, I can't be on there. It's some territories that you don't let people take you into mentally, because that's where they dwell at. They'll lure you into their territory because they low vibrational as fuck. And they'll whoop your ass cat raggedy with years of experience, because that's where they dwell at. And sometimes when you come up out of that, you got them dark clouds over your head. You got the same type of energy they got. So that's why I say it ain't in me to be jealous of nobody. I don't have a first floor mentality, bitch. I always take the elevator up to the top floor. And that's the problem. People don't think enough of themselves. They don't have top tier mentalities, and they get mad at anybody that do. She thinks she's something. I sure do. If I don't think I'm something, ain't nobody going to. So they start violating federal laws and breaking laws to try to do anything to try to bring you down to the basement with them. And that's the reasons why it is always good to keep law enforcement involved. Because if you keep pushing, you're gonna start shaking that tree. And when people start falling out, you start shaking that tree and people start falling, they start grabbing other folks that was involved and bringing them down with them. I worked in law enforcement for 18 years. I know how they do it. When all people got to do is stay in their own lane, okay, and leave other people alone. It's a real dangerous thing when people are comfortable with violating people. That's a dangerous dangerous person. It's not normal to be comfortable with violating people. That's a person that's got the mentality of a serial killer. I'm telling you. It's a lot of these people that ain't no better than straight dropping none of the rest of them. They'll do anything for some money. They ain't no better than Cornelius. If you can be paid to violate somebody, I don't care. If a violation is a violation. I don't care how big or small it is. You ain't no better than Cornelius and straight drop. You a crash dummy. He says, I'm not in the streets, but I didn't know. Yeah, the streets play the police games. That's what they do. Shit. They try to talk about me. I think I'm better than a lot of these ones that claim that they street. Shit. I told y'all, look, I believe in law enforcement, getting the law involved and stuff. But a lot of these folks that, claim they in the street, that they do it, they be willing to go tell on somebody, that ain't never even did anything to them. Okay. Just because they having something. I don't get involved in stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he's selling weed. I wish I would report somebody selling some damn weed. I don't get him. See, stuff like that is petty to me. You say you work for the police department, they selling some weed. Oh, well, then you call and tell it. Hell, I don't get involved in stuff like that. But when you start talking, when you start violating me, I get in stuff like that. You start violating other people. I mean, like I said, it's not normal. You got an issue that you putting people's lives in danger. You trying to get people killed when you're asking folks to go kill them. Yeah, I'm going to the police. I'm going to the police, and I'm going to the FBI, and I'm going to document it so I can blow your brains out when you become a threat to my person. But I don't get involved in no petty stuff talking about no drug dealers. I don't know nothing about that. Don't come to me telling me nothing about nobody selling nothing. I mean, no, not no weed and stuff, because I don't care. I don't care nothing about that. Call the police. Call the damn police. But you're right. A lot of these street folks, these dudes that claim their street, they'll call the police and tell it he's selling weed. And they call and tell it because they feel like you making some money, or you wouldn't get them no crack on credit. Some of these folks they old asses is on crack. I'm better get ready to bust this nigga bubble. He been there, you have crack on credit for years. He tired of you half paying him, I guess. So now you mad and you want to tell on the man because he won't give you no more crack on credit. Okay, you can't get your high. You want to rock. So you want to tell everybody, get everybody involved. I don't get it. I kiss my ass. Okay. The only thing I could say is crack is whack. Get off of crack. You won't be mad. Yeah, just say no. Get off of crack. Okay. My little son, y'all know my little play son. And I ain't never met him in my life. I be calling all the kids my little sons. Jizzle, CEO Jizzle says that crack is an old people's drug. He said people still do crack. That's an old people's drug. I started thinking, I was like, wow. So I don't hear people talk about crack no more. Do they still sell crack? Do they still sell crack? You know, they brags about now. I don't do no crack. Crack is whack. I'm on meth. Brain fried like a damn scrambled egg. Hell, you might need to get on crack because a lot of these drugs that they own, they got them stone crazy zombified. Okay, they zombified, and they sitting up talking about the crackheads. I mean, at least the people on crack. I grew up in the crack era, so a lot of the people that was on crack, they they didn't do a lot of what we see these fools doing now. Like I said, when people was on crack, you already knew you had to, if you was, because you know it's a lot of women, they men went and got on crack, and then later on the women ended up getting on crack too because she didn't know how to leave him to cope with him. So you know, if you had a crackhead in your family, because I saw some of my family, some of my cousins tried and didn't get off of it, and then like later on, like going into the 2000s, they ended up getting off of it without even having to go to a rehab. So now these drugs, now when they get on them, is they got it where, because people started to recuperate from the crack, whatever they putting in the communities, now they're trying to make sure that, you know, it destroys them. So a lot of these folks, they their brain is scrambled eggs, and so they try to talk about the people with crack. I ain't on crack. I do meth. I do perks. Oh, they think it's cool. I mean, hell, they probably need to get on crack. They stone bat shit crazy. So crack might help them. Shit, if they go get on some crack, they so crazy it might help them. They said crackheads don't say no. Crackheads don't. No, if you was living with a crackhead, you had to, you know, a lot of the women that was dealing with men that was on crack, they had to sleep. You know, you already know you have to sleep with your bill folder. That's your wallet and your panties. Okay, go ahead, because you already know you go to sleep, Junebug gonna steal your money out your purse to go get them a $10 rock. I don't even know how people put up with drug addicts. I don't know how they do it. I'm talking about as far as relationships. Child, as far as relationships, because I can't. A lot of people ODing off of, yeah, they're ODing off of. Why would they, if they see what it's doing to other people, why are people using, as they say, Finny? Why are they using it? It was a lot of people that was a lot of crackheads that was still, they would work. They would go and work. You knew that because but they would never go to sleep. Okay, they never went to sleep. I told y'all about my cousin that don't sleep, and my auntie be so glad when he go to jail because everybody get to rest. And when he out of jail, when she have dinners and stuff, because she cook, you know, one of my she can cook real good. And a lot of times she be wanting the whole family to come to a house and stuff when he out. You know, she'll cook a big dinner so we all can come and eat and congregate. So when he out, I don't go. I told y'all I was standing, I went down in the jail one day, and I was standing out in the hall by release talking to the officer in the hallway. And he walked by. What's up, Chris said. And I looked up, I said, what the hell you doing? I was in here for domestic violence. I forgot what his girlfriend name was. What was her name? I believe her name was Lestine. Lestine says, no, he said, in here for domestic violence. I whooped Lestine ass. Allegedly. Then said, allegedly. I said, ain't this some shit? I said, where you going? I released. They releasing me. I said, oh, Lord, I know my auntie, she going to have some sleepless nights. But she be happy when he in jail. And I know it's sad to feel that way about your child, but she be happy when he in jail. And I don't go to no dinners when he out because he acts a damn fool. Cause he still one of them. He'll go back and get on crack. He be on and off crack. When he go to jail, he gets a detox. And then when he get off, I guess he go find him a rock. But like I said, I didn't know they still sold crack. I just stay out the way. I don't know. I know, right? Everybody just, need to. So, like I said, when you're dealing with people from all walks of life, it's sad that instead of, people asking, how you gonna get mad though if young Dolph had a talent and could rap? Rapping to me is a gift. Everybody ain't got that gift. How you gonna get mad at somebody because you don't know how to rap? You get mad at somebody because you don't know how to write songs. So if you can't rap, then I'm sure if you're living in the hood, you're having all types of experiences. So why don't you see if you can write some music, get your attitude right, get off the drugs, okay? Get off of the drugs, okay? And see if you could start, because it's a lot of rappers that still, like Young Dolph was doing, come back to their hood. See if you can figure out the business and try and have them listen to your beats or your songs, and don't get mad if they don't do it at that point, because people don't have to do anything. Just keep going until you find somebody that do. See, that's the issue. When we want folks to do something for us, and we feel like they're supposed to be doing something. Man, I'm trying to come up. I got some hard beats. I know how to write. I went to Joan, because that's what they say. Hold on, y'all. Hello? Huh? No, why you say that? Oh, okay. Well, I'll call you when I get, because I'll call you when I get in the car. I'm at home, but I'm getting ready to go out on the case. All right. Mm. It just kills my train of thought when people call me getting on my nerves. But you just keep going. You just keep going. Okay, well, how this is what they say in Memphis. Joan, they call Joan. Know he could help me. Joan them know he could help me. Me and Joan grew up in the same neighborhood. It might not be meant for him to help you. I think we all have assignments, and we get caught up on that. I hate Joan. He ain't got to help you if he don't want to. Sometimes it ain't even meant for that person to help you, because you start doing business with them, they might rip you off. So if you keep going and you keep doing it right, stop trying to cut corners and step over somebody else's back, because you're creating bad karma for yourself. Just keep going until you run into the right people. The whole time, be learning the business. People want fast money, but they don't want to learn nothing about a business. And that's the reason why a lot of them bitter. It's so many of these dudes, a lot of these rappers that's rapping a lot of these songs that we like, they got it from somebody in the damn hood that knew how to write, that knew how to tell stories, right? And paid them $200, $300 for the song. And they were so money hungry, they took it. $1,000 instead of learning the damn business. If you're gonna get into something, you need to learn the business of it so that you can become wealthy. So that's why a lot of these dudes is doing like what Straight dropping them doing. How in the hell you think you're gonna ever come up by taking hits? Well, I'm gonna take 2-3 more hits and go kill some people. That's helping me stack my money up. You ain't doing nothing but creating bad karma for yourself. It's helping you to be a damn inmate. Okay, you ain't gonna come up that way. And that's why I always say it should be an insult to some of these people, some of these little young rappers, when these folks ask them to be hit men for them. All these rappers that brag about all the money that they make and all the business ventures that they do, you supposed to be his little partner. And he all of the business, consultants that they got, and they bring you before them to do a hit, that ought to be an insult. It's too many other ways to make money than to take somebody else's life and jeopardize your own life. ought to be an insult right there. But it's like I said, it's so unfortunate. The lust for money is a real dangerous thing. People lust for it. They lust for success, but they don't want it. Success is attainable. Let me tell those in the back something. Success is not just for me or young Dolph or Yo Gotti or anybody else. Success is attainable to anybody that's willing to work hard to grab for it. You got to be able to keep reaching for it. It's attainable. And to be able to taste it and grab that limb, you got to keep jumping. You got to keep working hard until you can get a foothold in something and grab it. The problem is people want to cut out all of everything that it has taken, cut out all the middle. Don't nobody want to work hard. Don't nobody want to, they don't want to keep going. They don't want to be consistent. You can't be successful and you ain't consistent. You can't be successful and you ain't consistent. Okay. He says, Tamara, everyone did not grow up being encouraged and to know the world is their oyster. That's true. I agree. I agree. But people know when they're doing wrong. You cannot get to the top by messing over other people. It's going to backfire on you every time. You may not get it back today or tomorrow, but it's coming. You're going to get it back. You're going to get it back. So you may as well do it the right way. My grandma used to always say to me, hey, Monica, my grandma used to always say to me, girl, you may as well do it right. You might as well do people right. Just try as much as you can. Because if you don't do it right, if you don't get it right, you're going to have to go back to the starting line anyways. So you may as well do it right the first time because you set yourself back when you do it wrong. Because you're going to have to always go back to the start line and do it all over again. And that's what's happening. Everybody try to do something wrong. They let jealousy and greed and all of that creep in. And ain't nobody really getting nothing. With all the talent that we see with a lot of these rappers, whether it's in Memphis or in other places, it's a lot of talented rappers in every city. Unfortunately, people feel like I got to be grimy with it and I'm willing to do anything, and they make getting money their God. And so when they make getting money their God, they kind of serve it and do anything to get it. And that's the reason why I go through their fingers like water. And then the next thing you know, because they ain't doing it right, they're either dead or in jail for life. Okay. It's been happening like that for years and it ain't gonna stop. That's the reason why I can't understand why, especially these old niggas, they ain't got a grasp of that. Okay. He says still here. When I came on, y'all, I had no intentions on being on here, but like for an hour. But Young Dolph's case got a lot of moving parts. Okay, listen. When you got a case that has been worked for 3 years and is still being worked, that lets you know right there that there are a lot of moving parts. Monica says, I think the industry encouraged that cutthroat behavior because beef and drama sells. I agree. I agree. I think it's sad when you hear record execs say they've gone on some of these shows that they go on when they're doing promotions. I heard a rap producer say Or a CEO say one time, I tell my little artists that you got to be believable. If you rapping about something, you better be doing it, or else the people ain't gonna buy your music. If they find out you lying, you ain't gonna be able to be successful. So what they do is they encourage these rappers because they really setting them up. They encourage them, if they're gonna be rapping about the gangster life, if they're gonna be rapping about taking people out and doing drugs, you a fraud if you ain't doing that. So if you're gonna rap about it, you better be doing it. What kind of shit is that? A CEO like that ain't even supposed to exist. We ain't even supposed to be supporting nobody that's trying to build no type of company that encourage their artists to be representing, to be doing what they rap about. It's crazy, but that's what they're doing because they have an agenda. And it's sad when you have black men that is a part of that agenda in helping to commit genocide in their very own communities. Okay, that's the reason why a lot of them got to reap what they sow. They ain't right. Hey y'all, I was looking at Stan G this morning. Stan G, I believe he said, when I believe he said that somebody was shooting at him. I hope they're not shooting at him about this young Dolph situation. Oh my God. Um, says, and the record companies make a shit ton of money after artists that, yeah, they do. They get the insurance money and everything. Hmm. Oh my God, I don't know. She said God is still hiding. Oh wow. I sure did not know that her husband, oh my God, had died. Mm. And she is a wonderful lady. Her husband, Alvin Moore, had passed away. He was a police captain forever, and he was real quiet and laid back. And I remember when she ran for election. This was like 10 years ago. She came over to we had just started over to my studio, and she was so inspirational, and she won. She's been a judge for a long time now. I sure hate that for Alvin Moore, a really good guy, just an awesome guy. He said, "Rest in peace to the perv Quincy Jones." Oh Lord, I haven't even been hearing nobody really talk about Quincy Jones. It's like now when these celebrities pass away, it's like, oh well, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. People move on. They don't celebrate them anymore like they did Michael Jackson and Prince and all of them. I think that's because people are opening their eyes up. I tell you. What was I saying? Was I talking? I was talking about Stan G. Yeah, I was talking about Stan G. It kind of took my breath away when I saw that. Stan G. I was looking at Stan G because I've been up early, and I was looking at him on live, and he was saying that he was shot at. Now I'm not saying that it has something to do with what happened. Him vlogging on the case. I don't know, but I hope not. I hope not. He was kind of talking in circles. Lord have mercy. Yeah, they're still celebrating. Yeah, I love Frankie Beverly. I love Frankie Beverly. Shout out to Chat Town. Shout out to Chattanooga. You all, I'm gonna start uploading. Like I said, I talked to you all about this before. I gotta go to some training, so I'll be uploading like a lot of pre premieres and stuff, like pre-recorded videos. And we're gonna get into. We're still, like I said, because I think Cornelius goes to court, but I really, you know, we'll start talking about a lot of other stuff too, like we've been doing. But I think Cornelius goes to court on Friday. Cornelius goes to court on Friday, and then Hernandez Govan goes to court um at the end of this month. So what's going to happen with that is like I'll be in training when that happens, but what I'll do is I'll try to like do a video or um like late at night I may be able to go live or something like that. because I know everybody is anticipating and waiting to see if Hernandez Govan is going to if he's going to plead out or if he's going to go to trial. I'm interested in seeing what is going to happen with that myself. And you all know his brother was in my chat, and his brother says that he's going to go to trial. So we'll see. We'll see. Also, what I think is going to be live. I think Cornelius's sentencing is going to be live. So we'll get the opportunity to see what the judge is, what's going to happen in that. You know, is she going to give him some breathing room because he did tell what happened, or is she going to close the book on him also? You know, she might give him life with parole because okay, Govan's is on the 22nd. That's the week after next, right? No, that's next week. That's next Friday. And I think Cornelius is this Friday. So Govan's is next Friday. Cornelius is this Friday. Good morning, Angel, the real boss. Hey, I know everybody is not off today. I know a lot of the people that's off today is happy. Hold on. Yeah, so the students are out today. Yeah, students are out today. In the Memphis area, they're out. So the students didn't have to go to school today. They get Veterans Day. They get Thanksgiving. They get them a whole lot of Thanksgiving days. They giving them the days that we used to get when we were coming up, because we used to get a lot of time off. They started back doing that with the Memphis children. They get Veterans Day. They get Thanksgiving. They get 4 days for Thanksgiving. Hold on. Jesus Christ. They get the 25th, which is Monday. They get Monday through Friday. They get them a whole week out for Thanksgiving. Y'all know that's unheard of. That's too many damn days. I'm glad my kids grown up, because that'd be too much for me. And then they get, let's see. They get their winter break. Let's see if that's just too many days. Is that Memphis? It is. They giving, I mean, I don't, what, but see you, okay. Because see, they was out for election day. They was out for Veterans Day. They're out today. They're out for Thanksgiving for 5 whole days. They're out for 5 whole days for Thanksgiving, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. Winter break is January the 1st through the 3rd. They get Christmas. Let's see. Oh, child. For Christmas, y'all, they get 2 weeks for Christmas. They get 2 whole weeks out for Christmas. They get 2 whole weeks out for Christmas, and then okay, so they get out on the 23rd, and they go back to school on January the 6th. So they get 3 weeks out. For Christmas, they get out on December 23rd and go back to school on January the 6th of the next year. I mean, hell, I wish I was a student. Mm, mm, mm. You know what? I don't know. I'm gonna have to reach out to Rest in Peace Young Dog because I haven't seen him in here. So I'm gonna have to reach out to him. Usually when I reach out to him, he comes in. He said, Miss C, slow down. I love it. Are you a teacher? I know the teachers love it. So that would be good for the teachers. I guess they need a break. But the kids, that's just too much time off. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. Lee says, at a point, I'm anxious to go back, but not a teacher. Okay. I noticed when he wasn't in here. I hope he's okay. Yeah, I hope he's okay too. He probably is okay. I'm going to reach out to him. Probably just busy. I haven't been seeing blackface in here. Great face, I mean. I'm doing very well, you guys. I'm doing really good. I know we've talked about a plethora of things, but like I said, it's really something to me when with what's going on and how people are just really do anything for some money. How people just really do anything for some money. How they violate people, how they disrespect people, how they defame people, and how they would set folks up to be killed for some money. And we'll kill them for some money. Do you all want me to open up the phone lines, or let's see, what time is it? I got to, let me see. Hold on, you all. Let me give me a minute. You all make sure y'all hit the like button for me, okay? Okay, here it is right here. Hold on, y'all. Let me. I need to. Woo, child. All right, you guys, I gotta get ready to get out of here. But listen, if I get home, normally I'm gonna try to be home before dark. Oh Lord, Cypress, you coming in as I'm getting ready to get to go. But anyways, you guys, I got my people calling me. It's time for us to go and post up. But I appreciate you all tuning in this morning. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. And I will say this: if we're gonna make it, if we're gonna ever move forward in our community, you can't get to the top by trying to hold somebody else back. Okay, you think you can hold somebody else down or trying to step over somebody else's back. Young Dolph's demise has caused more people problems than ever before, right? The very people that thought that their lives would be better, it's not. And as a matter of fact, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. So I think people need to be very cognizant of what they do, what they participate in, and all of that. Okay. Anyways, you guys, I appreciate you all tuning in. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. I love you guys. I'll talk with you later.